No.
Are you a boyfriend?
No. No.
You're not a boyfriend.
Yes.
Well, you're a son to a mother.
Yes.
And you go to church, right?
Yes, I'm a Christian.
So how come you have multiple identities?
Okay.
You now say, I am an accountant.
Okay.
Yeah, account me now. Okay, guys. Well, I mean, we're going to help you. One of the things that we're going to help you here is to restructure your identity. Your problem, why you lie, is lack of identity.
All right. So, those in linguistics, when they are teaching language, they have L1 and L2. L1 being the first language someone learns in his life, like someone that was born up in Akwa Ibom now. When they learn that language from birth, even if they learn English, if the person speaks and you hear the person, you know that person has this thing is there. The person can learn English in Oxford, but when he speaks, at some point you just hear that intonation. You know, like, okay, this guy, are you from Akwa Ibom? You say yes. You understand? So, like, me personally, there's an original programming, like how I was raised and everything, and sometimes I try to escape it.
The problem about trying is like believing and knowing. You know, there's a difference between believing and knowing.
Yeah.
If I believe, I have option. If I know, I don't have option. So when I say I'm trying, it's a problem. You can never be that thing which you're trying because you think that there's an option to it. But once you know, there's no option. Like it's either I am or
I'm
am
not. Okay.
So
Okay.
you see, like I have determined to speak a different language. I stay in that language. I will not see the other language. It's not an option anymore. So in life, we say I'm trying. That's like I'm believing. Believing connotes option. It's just like people think that there are two powers. For us, that means there's no evil. Evil is just an experience.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Of course, you go to motivational speakers, they tell you this,
I
that.
don't motivate, I cause you to think.
Okay.
You
And
are a thinker. So we bring you a truth. We want you to think the truth. Motivation is like an external force. But inspiration means that it's coming from you. So this is not a motivational speech.
okay.
It's an inspiration. We want you to authenticate it. Transform yourself. Because you see, motivation is push. Like a drug that you take temporarily to go and do something. After that drug, there's no effect. You remain the same person. That's what motivation does. But in means that there's an inspiration, like informed, like inspired. Like,
Okay.
do you understand? So
Yes, sir.
now it is now you authenticate. It's not the other person's voice. So motivation does that. There's an external force. But inspiration means that I've connected my voice to the external voice. So now it's coming within, not without. That's the difference between motivation and inspirational. That's one of the clarity that you're going to get when you come to this kind of class. This particular class. It's not for everybody, but for highly intellectual people who are ready to live a life, not the world they're not living life. We can prove it today. Why?
Because there are certain flaws I have as a person, and
I like the fact that you have that self-awareness.
yes.
So that's the beginning of transformation. So the beginning of any movement is knowledge. So go to
And-
the next question.
And most times I try to break out. Like I said, I'm trying. It's not an option.
Stop changing your language, then become so powerful with language. Because language is the truth, and language is an energy. Welcome to the most prolific woman of God in Unicorns. Have you guys seen the personality step thing? You need to recognize that. Thank you so much, ma'am. Give her a round of applause. Thank you so much. Yes, go ahead. Ask your question straight. What's your question?
How do someone break out from like the L1, like the original
Welcome
setting?
to Standout. We'll break it out. Here we challenge your status quo. Please pick the mic. Who's the helpful? Yeah. Here, one of the three things that we do here, we challenge your status quo. Status quo means the sameness. If you have lived the same thinking pattern, you cannot grow. You need a different thinking attitude. If you have the same mental attitude, no. Here we redefine standard. Who believe that when the enemy comes like a flood, that you should raise the standard? Your life is based on your standard. Should I start? I thought it was going to be. Are you on? Don't go on. This is house. This is free bees. If I keep the mic to tell them we're coming, we'll start when we pray. Yeah. We're here. What we do here, this is standard. Say I'm in
Good morning, everybody. So here we have Uniport students. Greatest Gobo. Greatest Baba. I know, I needed that smile. So I used to be a Uniport student back then I graduated in 2010, I think. Yes, 2010. So it's good to have you here. And blessed are you that you are in this room. I wish when I was a student, I had this opportunity to actually listen to these things, because when you're done with school, you know what to do, right? It's not when you're done with school and then you're thinking. But if you keep hearing this over and over, the Bible says faith comes by hearing, and hearing the word of God. And so if you keep hearing this over and over and over again, I bet you in the next 2 years, you definitely not be where you are. Yes or yes. So it's good to have you here. This is Standout with Dr. Patrick Uduma. And in a short while, I will tell you who we are. Please, can we have that on? Media. Okay, so this is who we are as Standout. Our vision is to become a universal instrument that influences and models value creation and human development. So all of this, funny enough, these things you've heard, this is not actually the main teaching. The main teaching is yet to come. And so imagine if you keep hearing this, like I said, over and over again. The next few years, you probably will not recognize yourself positively. And so we're here to just develop the mind, because as a man thinketh, so is he. What is it in your mind? What are you thinking about? Right? So we are here to just ensure that you have the right and proper thinking. And value creation. First off, you have to recognize that you yourself, you are a value. You are the value. You have to recognize that you're value, right? And that when you create, you have the opportunity to create value wherever you find yourself, right? That you're not just receiving. The Bible says it's blessed to give than to receive. That whatever you find yourself, you're the one creating the value. And our mission is to educate, to inspire, and to expose the mind of people to vital truths. Our vital truth here is the word of God. Yes or yes? I need people who have been here before to answer me. Yes or yes? Yes. Thank you. Through deliberate experimental teaching, knowledge sharing, and mentoring. And our motto is redefining standards. Stand out. So when I say stand out, you say redefining standards. Stand out. All right. So we're going to go to networking pretty much now. And I know that some of you know yourselves. The Uniport students, I'm talking to you people, right? People know yourselves. And it's funny how we have more guys than the girls. It's very surprising, because is it the department? Is it from one department? That explains it. Okay, that explains it. Okay, so we just have network. Talk to there's someone you've not seen before. Meet the person. Ask the person, what's your name? Those that used to be in Standout, you have lots of people that you've not seen today. So please ensure that you talk to more than one person. So just network. This session is just to get to meet someone, know who they are, what they do, and the likes, right? We have 5 minutes for that. Are you promising you make good use of that opportunity? Please stand. You need to stand if you need to stand from a seat, stand from a seat. Talk to people. What's your name? What do you do? You have 5 minutes for that. Hi, 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 hi. So, yeah, thank you. Can we have one house now? Thank you very much for making good use of the opportunity. In my usual way, I'm going to ask one or two persons to come and share so we know that you actually carried out the assignment. So, as the Spirit leads, I'll just pick somebody to just share a few things. The person they met, what they do, and yeah. And yes, please, you know yourself, just come. Come. Please, what's his name? The one bending his head. Yes, you. Yes, please. And just come. Did you do it? Did you talk to someone? Please come now. That's all. Don't be scared. I just want to ask you now. Please put your hands together for him. Why is everybody looking at you and smiling? Are you are not? Okay. So just share who you met and why are you for laughing? Please, can we put it together? Thank you. So just share who you met and just, say something about the person you met.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. My name is Goodluck, and I met with Ubana GK Dinachi Daniel. He's a real estate agent.
Why do I feel like you know that person? Okay, thank you. Go back to... No, it's nothing. Please put your hands together for him. It looks like the mischievous one in the class. Does anyone... I don't want to point now. Just volunteer. Do we have a volunteer? Any volunteer? Maybe someone from here. Hi. Because I like your face. Please come. Thank you. Put your hands together for her. Just tell us the name of the person you met and, if you want to add details, that will fine.
Okay, good morning, everybody.
Morning.
My name is Favor, and I met with Fred. He's just a student. And I also met this guy. I don't know, I've forgotten his name. Well, he's a graphic designer. Yes, he's a graphic designer, very good at that.
Thank you very much. So much for the networking. You had to forget the name. But anyway, put your hands together for her. She tried. The essence of this is just to get to know each other. We are building a community here. And there's someone here who actually would need your service, and you would need their service. So you just never can tell who the next person is. So that's why it's important we network. So we're not just doing this for fun and games. There's an importance behind it. Thank you for that session. And we're going to another amazing and beautiful session that we have here in Standout. And that's book review. We read books here because we know that books are part of what, the knowledge that we need to gain, right? That's why we read our books to pass exams, right? And we read books here. So last month we had Book of the Month, which was Talent is Never Enough, right? Am I right? Yeah, Talent is Never Enough by John C. Maxwell. And we have a group of persons who actually review, but we want to change that, seeing that we have young and amazing minds in our midst, right? How many of us read books? Let me start with that. Amongst us, we read books, not your textbooks, but books. Good. We have a good number of you guys. And we want to really encourage and inculcate this reading because it's important, right? We don't just leave book review for just the reviewers. We have to participate in the reading, right? And so someone is going to come up pretty soon who's going to handle that session. Please pay attention. Open up your hearts. Tell yourself, I want to be involved in this, coming out. You must not necessarily come out if you feel like coming out is going to be, you don't know how to face people and all of that. You can sit where you are and just talk about the book. But the most important thing is that we are inculcating the habit of reading, which is very, very important. Please put your hands together for Amaka, an amazing lady, even as she comes to handle this session. Please do it well. She's so beautiful. You need to do it more well, please.
Stand out. Stand out. Happy New Month, everybody. Welcome to August. My name is Amaka, and I'm your reviewer for today. So last month, we agreed to read a book, Talent is Never Enough. That's Beyond Talent. And in the course of reading the book, I realized that the book we read previously is the same twin to the book of July. What was our book 2 months ago?
That's passion, but that's foolishness. So you can be passionate over foolishness. But we're saying find your value, find your identity, find your value. Let your energy drive those things like you find the engine and now find the fuel to drive the car.
Thank you. I have one more question.
That's why he's our mentor. Thank you very much, Dr. Patrick. And that brings me to say that of all the 13 things he mentioned, one of the key and indispensable one is character. And he clearly stated that character is even greater than the talent. When your talent is not seen, when people have even experienced your talent, what they trust is your character. And what are the things that manifest in your character? They are your values. And that brings me to ask, do you have values? Are there things that drive you, or I'm talented and that's it? You know, no matter how talented you are, if you lack the discipline, if you lack the teachability, and if you lack the focus, you are as good as is a wasted talent. Is a wasted talent. That's how we have many talented persons out there, but they don't have ground. They are not grounded because it just surface. There is nothing to, they don't stand for anything, so they fall for everything. You don't have what to hold them to. So it's a question for you to ask yourself, yes, I'm talented, but do I have character? And the author mentioned that your talent will open doors for you, but your character will keep that door open. So there are other things we need to build before platform, so that when platform comes, we don't abuse it. Sweetie, do you have any key lessons from the book, Talent is Not? Is there something, leave Maxwell, his ideology, what is your take home from this book? What will you do differently?
Okay, I will start by asking us a question. Do you know why you are here? So you can learn, right? And do you believe that that is why you are here? Okay, so one key thing that I got from this book is that you have to have strong belief in what it is that you want, and in your talent. If you do not have a very strong belief for your talent, you cannot really express it. And Dr. Patrick will always say that what belief actually means is to be and to live. So when you've become that thing, now you can express it. So how do we believe in this, our talent, is simply by becoming it, express it, act it, right? So that's one key thing that I learned. Believe it like crazy. And that's the first way to becoming a talent plus person, right? So believe, and then do not just believe in your talent, believe in yourself, believe that this thing I can achieve it. If I'm a dancer and I want to be the best dancer in the world, I believe that I can do that and I can become that, right? And so I have to strongly have that belief, and no one is going to talk me out of that, right? Thank you.
Thank you. And if I'm to say something, I would say that your talent is a gift. It's yours. But whether you succeed at it or not, it's your choice to make. So you see that truly talent is not enough, because it's already a gift given to you. So whether I use it or not, it's my decision to make. So your talent is your gift, but your success at it is entirely your choice to make. So your values will guide the kind of choices you make. And character will always trump talent. If you converse with certain persons or people that are in hiring position, aside you being good at the job, they will look out to your character. Can you work with a team, or are you teachable? You know, there are people that they are very good at the job, but they don't listen. So if you hire that kind of person, that person can even fire the boss. I mean, you understand what I mean, because you feel you know it. So there is nothing you want to teach me, and also the person is just so full. He's not profitable to anybody. He's not teachable. He's not persevering. I just feel that, I call the shots. Who be Oga? If in Sabi, I'm waiting, they do here. So your character will always trump your talent. People will follow your character, even when your talent is far forgotten. Then the last one is, building our talent is a process. It's not a one-off event. It's a process. That is why he mentioned 13 key values, 13 points that we need to develop. And my assignment for us today is, we've mentioned these things, we mentioned some of it. I noted them down on my notes. Maybe I just run through. We need belief, we need focus, we need passion, we need initiative, we need preparation, we need practice. We need to practice our talent. That's where the potentials show themselves. Then we need to persevere. What if the platform doesn't come? Will I still continue? What if I don't get the accolade I deserve? Would I still continue? So you need to, let's not be like that one talent that I've used. Why give me one when someone has 5? We need courage. We need courage because growth oftentimes happens outside our comfort zone. And we need to be teachable. We need character. We need relationship. We need to add value to others and build capacity. That's why we network. I can do this, you can do this. Let's marinate and bring a result. We need to be responsible. We need to take blames as good as we take the accolades. When it doesn't go down well, you know, some of us are so used to being applauded that we don't like criticism. So we need to be responsible, and then we need teamwork for talent. Your talent gets you started. Your belief, character, discipline, and teamwork takes you to the finish line. So for these 13 values, I would plead with us and join us that we should take 1, 2, or 3, any one of your choice that you feel you need to work on. Build on it. You already have the talent, is your gift. So build on it. If I need to learn teachability, if I need to learn perseverance, if I need to, you know, there are times growth just say, wait. Am I willing to wait? Am I patient? It's a process. If the platform doesn't come calling, do I jump on it? Do I discredit my character because I want the accolade? And remember, whatever shapes your character is your value system. So if you don't have a value system, if you don't have tenets that you live by, chances of falling for anything is there. Thank you so much, Treasure. And for the month of August, thank you. See, talent is not enough. You need memory. Please put your hands together for her. For the month of...
Okay. Thank you. I said this. To build all these 12 things, you know, it's just one thing. And how I become so consistent, persistent, is making my bed on a daily basis. So I had made a promise to myself, and my skill was to develop an excellent spirit, excellent personality. So it was going to start from doing my bed. So on a daily basis, I do my bed. I had 6 pillows. And that 6 pillows means that I have skill to how do I turn these pillows. They are never the same. So punctuality was developed by when I wake up, I make my bed. What are you doing? You're strengthening the muscle of your mind. It's called the mind mapping and mind training. So the more you develop it, the more you do it. So now I can remember promise because I promised the bed. And the bed is not going to respond to me. Because you need to take an action that doesn't require response in order to strengthen your skill. So I wake up, I do the bedding, I do this, I do that, I do that. It's not about the perfection. It's about the punctuality. It's about the persistence. It's about developing that character. And today, it shows in my management skill. So the more I manage that pillow, the more I get into the office, I can know who this person is. I can pick up this. I can pick up your finances as well too. And for instance now, part of prioritization. Because why? My skill is to bring order. And to train that skill, I need to find something beneficiary to me. So I become the first beneficiary of my skill. And so me become where I practice it, become the lab. And the more I enjoy it, it will not be a deployment to what it already tested. So I don't need a platform. I am the platform to develop it. So you see, I started learning how to do public speaking from the house. So I'll put chairs. I'm going to speak to president. All of you are president. So I'll keep all of you here. And I'll pick a topic. Mental strength. And I'm talking as if I'm talking to people. Now it means that I don't even need people. So when you invite me, I'm not looking about the number of people over here because I am talking from already on a talking style. The same thing about money. You don't wait for, they say people are seeking for money. No, your money is within you. Say, my money is within me. Because once you find your skill, you find your money. What is money? Money is an energy. What is that energy? What do I transfer to other people to better them? Period. So I'm saying that talent, you are your talent. And you are the first buyer of your talent. You know how you do it. If you're a bread, can you buy yourself? Most of you will not buy yourself. So that means you have not practicalized your skill to the point where you yourself like your skill. So who can buy you? If you're a husband, can you marry yourself? Do you understand? That's the kind of question that can change the dynamics. But hey, if you remember, why I will marry myself. Thank you so much. Can we start? We'll start. Thank you for coming.
Sorry, just a minute.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, okay. So that you will take up from there. For the month of August, you see how interesting and engaging this is. So next month, I expect more persons, right? Greatest Nigerian students. Ever conscious boy. Are we going to buy this book? Thank you. So please.
Clear thinking can give you everything that you need.
Yeah.
Your problem is confusion. If you have mental clarity, then your future is guaranteed.
This is our territory. And I am the one with the one talent. He has 3, the other one has 5.
Yeah.
And we all have decided to build our talent.
Okay.
And I took time, I've developed myself. I'm a beneficiary of my talent. And the unfortunate thing for me is that is how I see it.
Okay.
The unfortunate thing is that I now find myself where this man that has 5, my one talent is inside among his own 5. And this one that has 3, my own one is inside him. So, and we are all in one space. So I discovered that everybody will be tilting towards the one that has 5 because I have only 1. So at the end of the day, to save myself the strength, let me store it and keep it for the owner. everybody will now be interested to be going to that one that has 5 because my one is inside of him. So they'll rather patronize it when they can get more rather than coming to me that is only just one they can get.
Okay.
At that point, I'm a bit lost. In fact, I'm lost.
Give him a round of applause. So this is what it is, okay? Life doesn't reward hoarders. Right rewards extenders. Life doesn't reward what? Life rewards what? And sustainers. Let me give you instance. Have you heard another story where there was a multiplication process that about to happen? And they said, what do you have inside? And the guy said, you see, it was a boy child that recognizes contribution and extension. But you see, for big people, they are already wrapped with poverty mentality. And poverty tends to hoarding. So he said, what do you have? He gladly gave what he has. What happened? He could have been a big boy by hoarding it and say, I'm the only one that owns this. But he understands the power of letting go. Because it's in letting go that you let in. Let me tell you, great people don't keep money. Poor people keep money. Most people think it's your 1 billion or 1 million that makes you who you are. No, it's your emptiness that makes you who you are. So you see, I have one. What do you do with one? Is what matters. I was listening to this guy that owns a car, Charles. What's his name? Is it? Cosmos. Cosmos was being interviewed. How did you get in here? And talked recently. And I like it. And that's what I have done. Principle. He said, life rewards you first of all, identity. You see, that guy that has one didn't have identity. He has an identity in another person that have 5. And once you focus on 5, that's comparison and what? Measurement. Your problem is comparison and measurement. You are not satisfied with what you have. Because godliness and contentment is first a great gain. So recognizing who you are is the first thing. You see, this one I have is better than any other one I don't have. Now, what happened? You recognize that this one I have is enough. Because not enough will kill you faster than enough. Can I say it again? What kills you is what you do not have. But what elevates you is what you have. So a woman went to a prophet to say, prophesy that miracle money can have. Who wants a miracle money today? Majority of you. But he now said, please, what is inside? He said, go and develop what is inside. Put a system around it. It's not the number. It is the system that you have developed that guarantees the multiplication of the number. Don't sell the book now. We'll get to that. Okay, let's concentrate. So, sir, this is what it is. Let me bring it home. I'm a businessman, right? There are people that we have started together. They are multi-billionaires. They fly first class. Not a problem. They have big, big cars. Not a problem. So one day, we were coming back from a trip. And I met these 2 guys. Top guys, I know how we started. In the process of coming, they were in first class. I was in the second class. We flew. When we got into Port Harcourt, we came down. They had escort. I entered my nice Corolla car. Somebody was watching us. And one day he came to my office. What is it that gives you confidence more than the people who has more? I say, I don't look at what people have. I look at what I own. Period. So, this is exactly why you are a slave to big men. Because you don't even recognize that the big men know you. You know, we have said that. Who said that poverty is bad? Who lied to you? Poverty is bad. I get in trouble. Okay. If poverty is bad, why do we have teachers working for owner of teachers? Who make the money? Poverty. Your boss is richer than you, isn't it? Eh? How do you know that your boss is richer? Because you think he has more money. But your boss will be crying if you don't come to work. Isn't it? So why are you looking at your boss instead of looking at yourself? Your boss is looking at you, meanwhile you're looking at your boss. So the boy who has 5 is looking at the one who don't have. Because it's the one who don't have the energy to give me more. So more is not in having. Should I break it down? Yes, sir. Who is tall here? Who is tall and brave? Tall person, one person tall. Come. You come. You taller. Come. Right? How do you know that you are tall? Because he's short. So without him now, will you know that you're tall? So you need him to be short so that you can feel that you are tall. Are you getting it? So it means that this guy is relevant to him. So you are looking at, he's tall. But meanwhile, he's looking at you that you are giving me the relevance of my tallness. One day I walk up to my boss. I said, boss, I want to resign. He said, why? I said, I'm richer than this place. But he's the one who is paying my salary, but I say I'm richer than this place. He said, why? I said, I've been a manager for 5 years. There's no movement. It means that I've outgrown this manager here. He was looking at me. He said, so what do you want to do? Do you have a job? No. He said, what do you want? I said, if I don't lose this job, I won't get another job. Instantly, they promoted me to what they call the COO, Chief Operating Officer, because I recognize my potential. I do not recognize my boss' potential. Well, the more I stay in my potential, the more I find expression. But the more I look into my boss, I can never be my boss. You can never be the one who has 5. Stay where you are. Develop it. You know why? It rewards you based on capacity and stewardship. That's what life rewards you. It's not on desire or anticipation. Are you getting me? That's why that guy was dedicated, devoted, and they were consistent. And yeah, he was. So I'm like where I am. They where you did. But you need me also like I need you. That's the difference. Does it make clear? Is it clear? So be yourself. Hey, girls, focus on the fact that you can offer value, not sex. Do you understand? So that the man cannot control you. Oh, I can give intellectual capacity and the relevance that you need. I will pray you to become the right man. That is more valuable because you're not looking about, the provision. You're looking about the shoe. Come on, those are temporary things. You can afford to buy those shoes as well too. Give me my days. Thank you. This teaching have changed my entire space. And guys, are you under pressure? Who is under pressure here? Of anything to pass his hand on all that? Who is under pressure? We're under pressure. Say, I'm under pressure. I'm under pressure. This pressure want to kill me. Oh my God. This pressure want to kill me. You are under pressure. Pressure to buy food. Pressure to buy phone. Pressure to do this. Pressure to be recognized. Pressure on a daily basis. Isn't it right? Pressure. Pressure to be a wife. Pressure to be a husband. Pressure to pay school fees. Pressure. Who is the author of this pressure? Say, I'm under pressure. You're under pressure. I know you're not. All of us are under pressure, right? And we need to recognize it that we're under pressure. Under pressure to perform, under pressure to be recognized, under pressure to make money, under pressure to be, to be on top flight, and all that is consistent on a daily basis. Under pressure as a mother, I have 3. I was listening to one of my mentees and say, I just have 2 children. My mother has 5. How did she cope at this moment? Pressure of parenting, pressure of everything. So we want to be able to give you details about pressure. And while I was staying here, one of the things that pressurizes men is girlfriend. Yes, sir. Especially multiple. Hey, wait. Especially multiple girlfriends. Have one is okay. One is okay for you. I just needed to say it. Okay, thank you for coming. Can I go ahead? Let's move on. A few minutes, we will unpack it. At the end of this section, what we want to be able to do is respond to life with awareness, with clarity, and intentionality, rather than reacting from wounded self. Say, I'm wounded. Say, I'm wounded. Who is not saying it? I say I'm wounded. But you need to recognize you are wounded. Every time you have a need, you are wounded. Every time you have a desire, you are wounded. In fact, ambition means you are wounded. Right? Oh, even clinical goal target. Who has a target? Your family. Okay, yeah, you have a target. That target is wounding you. Because you know that once you remember that target, what happened? Your mind pick up. That's wound, isn't it? Oh, yes. Target to grow your church, your pastor, your everything. So the pressure is upon you. Oh, as a CEO, to pay salary consistently, that becomes a wound. I mean, for us who are salary, we have salary. Once it's 18, you are wounded. Because why? How do I pay up my commitment? How do I meet up this obligation? So we are naturally wounded because in the world you have tribulation. But be of a good cheer, I have overcome the world. So what I want to bring you back is intentionality, and it's possible that we can live without pressure. But there is a good pleasure or pressure that too pressurizes you because you can't do entirely without pressure. But let it be that in pleasure or pressure is intentional. The second thing I want to do is to build, say solid, on stand, internal what? That what? Remains what? Secured. What? Anchored. Regardless of what? Say, I am anchored. This is not motivation. This is say, I am grounded. Say, I am centered. You know, like when you get into the ship, vessels, right? Have you ever visited a vessel? They float, right? But once they anchor, what happened? They are steady. They are firm. They are consistent. That's where they have their self-confidence. When you look at them, this beauty. Say, I'm solid. I'm secured. Now, number 3 is what? What? Regain what? Say personal what? Power. Every time you are angry, you have lost your personal power. Every time you are irritated, you lost your personal power. Every time you say that I'm discouraged based on my job, your personal power is tampered. So, it's to regain personal power and what? What do we call? Inner what? Say inner what? Say inner what? By taking what? Responsibility for the up and what? And the challenges. Number 3 is what? Live from a place of what? Strength. Say strength. Every time you look at life and you're sad, is weakness. Every time you look at the world and say the world is too negative, is weakness. And we are more negatively wired than we are positively charged. So we don't live from strength, we live from, do you know why you're afraid? To pass your exam? Weakness. Do you know why you think your future is blood? Weakness. But what we want to do is to a place of strength, what? Conviction, and what? My core values, rather than what? Fear and what? And the next one is what? Reconnecting with what? Say, I have a divine essence. Say, I have a divine essence. Oh my word. If you get your divine essence, you know that divine essence doesn't struggle. It doesn't fight. It doesn't prove. It's the ego self that proves. And ego means age without God. A lot of us are doing life without God. See, you can't go too far without God. I've gone far in life. I've gone far. At age 30, I finished everything an Igbo man can finish. I'm not joking. I was done. I have more temptation to quit and live a private life, but I don't own my life. There's a higher power that controls me. And that's what I'm responsible. That's why I can do what I'm doing. I don't need to do this. But there's a higher power. So it's to come back to your essence that circumstances no longer what? Define your identity. Come on, go ahead. Please, let's run. What is this? yours. It's not what happens around you, but what? It is often what happens. What did he say? Within. Say within. My power is within. My power is within. And when you what? You lose connection with what? So there's a within truth. Have you heard that? You shall know the truth. So every time you are weak, you don't have truth. And it's truth. That's the problem. Can I ask you a question? Do you know why you failed the exam? You want to impress more on the lecturer than you want to impress on yourself. Can I say it again? You think that it's the lecturer that will determine how you will pass. But you are the one who will determine how you will pass. Is it the lecturer writing the exam? No. Do you know why you fail most of the interview you go? You are looking at the interviewer. You have now relegated your sovereignty to the sovereignty of the interviewer. But you have forgotten that they have looked at your CV and they qualified you, right, to appear before them. So you are now looking at them. Remember attention and energy and resources. You remember? So now I don't look at the lecturer. I look at myself. That's what we say. If I have not impressed myself in my reading and my preparation, I will be afraid to lose. But when I have written well, you know that if I've written well and I know the references, if my lecturer give me a result that doesn't represent me, I have the conviction, why? To go and challenge. Is you know what? You can't challenge your lecturer because you didn't even convince yourself. So we don't have conviction ourselves. That is why we think that life is hard. But once you have life that you have conviction and self-ability within you, my God, you can face the life. I can face life now. Something was happening on my head. Say, this head, you have not finished what you came for. So you better respond to me that is carrying you. Really, right now, I cannot be sad for more than a few seconds. You know why? Inside of me, the testimony of what I have done is too much. That's why you see, Goliath cannot intimidate David. Why? He understands. Inside of me, I killed the bear. I killed the lion. So I can take my word. I'm defining from a place of strength, not from the place of weakness. Please go ahead. This entirely changed my entire structure. Those who are sure of what? Themselves do not what? You lose power. People who stay what? Have what? After all, even a fool may be taught to be wise and intelligent when he stays what? Quiet and keeps. This generation, there's too much stimulation and engagement. It robs your internal power. That's why when you wake up in the morning, you are engaging negative conversation. And that negative conversation have negative impression. So you are now wiring your internal self from negativity rather than from positivity. So who asked you that when you wake up in the morning, the first thing that you're going to look is about news of evil going around Iraq and everywhere? Or all that. You infuse yourself. And you're forgotten. Faith come by hearing. Hearing. So the more you hear internet, the more you hear, they are good. But what do you start your day with? How do you start your day? So you first of all fill your entire space with weakness. And that's why you cannot fight. You cannot fight ordinary small things. Somebody show you one capsule. That capsule now overrun you. Or somebody call you on phone. Will make you, if you bring 1,000, we'll double it. Listen, if I had that capacity to double the money, I would not sell it. I will not sell it. You know what? I will first of all double for my family, double for my village. Like I would. That's why I don't understand. Somebody who is selling you something and said, if you give me $1,000 and I will make you $10,000, I will first of all look at you. Where is the $10,000? Because there's no inner conviction. Please go ahead. Let's define it. The unpressed life is what? Is governed by what? Within. Say within. Say within. Say within. Say within. Say within. Our within has been corrupted. Completely corrupted. Rather than controlled by external circumstance. That is why when you look at Nigeria, you say Nigeria, there's no hope. It's not Nigeria that gives you hope. You are the one that gives Nigeria hope. See, I went to America. I can't remember that day. That was the first time I was ever been in Savannah, Georgia. The lady who took me from the airport to the hotel, very elderly woman, she was then about like 60, 70 something. So we got talking. Thank you. Now, we become friends. We got talking. Took me to church. We started talking. So she looked at me and said, what are you doing in Nigeria? I said, XYZ, I came. He said, can I change your location? Would you like to live with me? Because the husband is already old and their children had gone out. So just looking for another person. We just like ourselves around conversation. I asked her, how much will I be earning? She tells me XYZ, XYZ. I look at her, I didn't answer her. I slept with it. I said, really? America, God's own country. Child. I went back and asked her that if I'm consistent in my nation, that I will make that money in less than 1 month. Because money is in darkness, not in light. That's why I say I will give you the hidden treasures. So for some of you who are in light, it's already developed. So what you do is to contribute to the development, not to initiate the development. So that's why you see we are slaves in a developed state. But the undeveloped, uncultured state give you access for your unleash your creativity, where your potential will rise more. That's why I say arise and shine, for your that light has come. Your light has come in darkness. That's why darkness hold forth. What is darkness? Ignorance. You know that most of the thing that you are buying is your ignorance. So companies sell ignorance to you. Do you know what is in Coke? You are drinking what you don't know. And so they program you. So now you are drinking it. Hey, that's ignorance. Do you know why you pay so much money in hospital? Do you know why? Ignorance. The day you find out an access to information, what they have, would you still pay that much? No. So, it is living intentionally, consciously. What is intentional? It comes about in. What is down? What is intelligent? You can never be intelligent without intention. What is intention? I wake up every morning. I tell myself 3 things govern me. 1 is awareness. 1 is betterment. And number 3 is growth. So that's my intention. So my intelligence is these 3 things telling me how to respond to issues. Not that issue telling me how to. Because once you get angry, it means that person is controlling you. You are no longer yourself. But I have a right to do. By that time you got angry. Were you angry? Now another person is dictating how you get angry. So that's why it is not your boss who is toxic that's the problem. It's your inside that is toxic that's connected to the toxicity of your boss. That's why I say follow peace with men and holiness. Without which no man. Because you see, you think that you are not whole. How many of you, if I tell you that you are complete, you lack nothing, and you believe me? if I tell you that you don't need any other thing, that you just need yourself, will you believe me? So you see, how can you not even believe? So you don't believe yourself. So you now believe that you need something external to make you something. So if I change you to GRA now, where do you live? Hello. So what if I change your location to GRA? Do you think that you'll be complete? You'll be complete. This guy will not be complete. He will bring Alu to GRA. So it is not the location of Alu, it is the location inside that he will use Alu in GRA. And that's how we live life. Because we don't even see back to ourselves what we have. Because it's what you have that control what you don't have. So not recognizing that you are complete, you are going to live like a slave. And that's why every substance becomes a slave to us, a master. Because you don't have intentionality in telling. Do you know that you have a body in telling? You can eat bread, white bread, and eat yellow bread. They will signal you. But because of your hunger, you don't know the signal. They communicate. So we become internally rooted. It will give you access. I know I am wealthy. And I act from a state. If I come to Alo, right? In your bed, you will see a wealthy man. But if you come to that same bed, you will see a poor man. What is behind it? Somebody get into my office. Your office is nice. I say, no, it is me that is nice. It's a projection of my niceness to the office. That if you bring another person, you see the projection of that person in that office. Isn't it? So is it the office that is nice or the person that is nice? So let me tell you, if you enter my car now, you will see how beautiful it is. Right? You will, if I give you the car 2 days, the reality of that car will be in. But it's the same car, isn't it? So is it the car that's a problem? What is the problem? So now it's what they call projection, law of projection. It's a law of projection. We went into a hotel. I cleaned the hotel, make the bed of the hotel. My colleague said, you are mad. We'll pay for it. And people are paying for it. I said, my environment would dictate me. Let me bring it home. I was flying, and I came in from so I had running tummy all the day. So I decided to buy, what's it called? Lounge. And I paid 15,000. And the people who were there were honorable people. Very honorable people. Then I will know whether they're honorable people. So I went to the toilet. It didn't look honorably. What do? I put my hand, I cleaned it. Now that toilet must represent me before I use it. Let me give you. Now, let's say I decide to use it the way they are. It was, right? And I am coming with my suit, with perfume, right? And another honorable go in and see that state. He saw that I'm the last person. What will he say? That's a dirty man. So my inner world was find that expression. So cleaning the toilet does not justify that I didn't pay, but just show the projection of who I am. The toilet will show. Do you know how I know? I have cleaners. Please, if you're here, I'm not using you, please. Just example. They will clean your toilet in your personality. But the toilet that they use, they will clean it in their own personality. Yeah. So you will see that the toilet of the boss represents the boss. If you go down, it represents the junior staff. It's not the junior staff, it's the personality. It's inside. So your problem is not what is happening outside. Your problem is that you are not developed inside. And that's why, regardless of external condition, it reflects emotional maturity and rooted in what spiritual reality. What is spirituality, guys? It's not going to church. Say it's not going to church. Come on, it's not going to church. If it's going to church, how come all the people in church are not holy? How come all the people that all the preaching goes on? Spirituality is internal. The kingdom is where? Within. Where? If the within is not cleansed, the without. Wealth is not what you see outside. Wealth is what you see inside. Because let me tell you, if you take me to Cameroon, I will still be very prosperous. If you get me to Niger, I'll be prosperous. I think one day, I was selling, I'm still sell. I got into worry, and the man I went to say, I hear that you sell sand in desert. They told him my story, because I was going to sell myself. I don't sell my product first, I sell myself to the product. Because you have to, first of all, be interested in me to buy my product. So for some of you guys who are wearing coat and suit, borrow suit and all that, to impress a girl, girl is not the suit, it is the character content. In fact, if you want to disfire a man, look at the consistency of his wordings. How consistent of, how enriching his words are. Not enticing words, but you see the content of a man in his expression of his word. And he said, people don't grow, especially to know that you are growing, your language must change. Out of the abundance of the heart. So what is in the abundance? Please go ahead to the next one. You see, these teachings are not what you hear on a day-to-day, so please forgive me if it's uttering something. Now, the greatest battle is whether your internal world will remain governed by truth or ruled by external circumstances. All of us are ruled by external circumstances. How many persons can say, you know what? I'm not going to be like every other person. I'm going to be myself and remain myself. Do you know why you turn your skin? Go to the next one. Go to the next one. Let's look at how part of the emotional pressures, chronic anxiety. Welcome. Who is always anxious? You know why you're anxious? You think about the future more. Your future is carrying you more than your now. That's the sign of anxiety. Because you feel that your future is mortgaged. Hey! People like us, we don't care. Thank you, ma'am. I'll send the rest of that to you. Thank you, sir. Yeah. Chronic anxiety. Say chronic anxiety. Always that panic attack. And it comes to what they call midlife crisis. It comes to most men. You know why most men are in a panic attack, right? It's because, they are serving. Most of your servants are based on that phenomenon that said, please come, that said rainy season. You know, rainy season can be a problem. What it means that, have I saved money? No. I learned this from my grandmother. You know, my grandmother was the richest woman in my village, right? She didn't buy, she don't sell. She just relied on her value of kindness and generosity. When you are kind inside, life can open up to you. We are too wicked to extend mercy to other people, and that's why mercy can't come to us. Especially this generation that do not know how to give back. How often do you go back to your parents and write a letter to them and say, thank you for the sacrifice to keep me in school? When was the last time you dropped that? Hey, when was the last time you sent a love letter to your mom and said, Mom, thank you? You are more entitled than you are more giving. Because somebody told me, you're my father. I'm not your father. I trekked miles to go to school. But I provided you comfort. And you don't even recognize that this is a privilege. You think it's an entitlement. Entitlement reduce your faith. Without faith, it's impossible to please God. So, emotional exhaustion. You are always tired. I'm tired. And this is the root of procrastination. How many people are procrastinating? Yeah. Procrastination is weak base. No internal structure, no internal authority. And so procrastination has shown that you are a very lazy person. I went to the field of a lazy man. I thought about it and I look at him. He's a lazy man. It's not the laziness outside, it's the laziness inside. Of course, we talk about people pleasing. Say people pleasing. You dress today because you think that another person will admire you. You didn't dress for yourself. People's pleasing. Oh, what will people say? And that's why most of you have a carryover. And now to go and receipt it, to say, those junior people, they will tell me, but I thought you are there. No, I will go back and receipt it because it's just a poor judgment. What's the next one? Scarcity mentality driven by Nigerians. Completely scarcity mentality. It's not that there's no abundance. If you travel from Abuja to Kaduna, you will see prosperity. Untapped. But what? We're looking for processed food. Because it's scarcity that reduces your creative capability to create. Oh my God. If you see the jacket about people are doing now, and you are here, Indians and Chinese are doing what they call shared economy. What are they doing? They will see opportunity in Port Harcourt. You are not seeing Port Harcourt. You want to say, this Port Harcourt is tired. But flocks of international investors are coming directly to this place. What is the thing? Go back to what? Perspective. Right? So now, what is that? Indifference. How many of you are indifferent now? That's part of pressure. Oh. So disappointment, a guy broke your heart. Another guy broke your heart. He said, what's the essence, self? Whether you dress or don't dress, they will break your heart. So there's no need to even make your head. There's no need. Oh, these lecturers, they will, this is my boss. No matter how I write this, he has one kind of thing. He will find one fault. Hey, which one is this? Hey, come on, this demon, say it. Say this demon, say it. Say this demon. That is the biggest problem. This is the pressure hub. This is the pressure what? Hub. Comparison. That's why the scriptures say those that compare themselves with themselves are not wise. So it means that anytime you make compare with another person, you're not wise. You're not wise. And wisdom is power. Oh. Wisdom is law. That's why it says the principal thing. And law gives you direction. For some of you, the reason why you are disobedient. Now, to find your prosperity, find the law of prosperity. To find health, find the law of prosperity. Become the law, it gives you direction, and that's the destiny. So don't look for health, look for law of health. So comparison is the problem. And now here, what is this one? What is this one? Yes, sir. You lie upon lie just to get extra 20K from your parents. Low esteem. Your mother can take you 20,000. Ma, is that all that you have? Thank you so much. Your mind is thinking, how can I invest 10,000 out of the 10,000? And you're coming from that village. You buy Gary, and you just buy that Gary. You've just put it over there. As a trader, when you go over, but your students are laughing, but they're collecting your money. It's your low esteem that you know that people can just do akara, sit akara, by in the morning, finish your akara, and you go to school. But your low esteem will tell you, they will tell me akara seller. What is this one? Identity confusion. We have dealt with that. Please go on. Thank you. Are you getting something right? Yes. Okay. Please write your question. Now, another manifestation of pressure is becoming what? Outcome dependent. Say outcome dependent. Outcome dependent. That is the killer. And do you know the root of outcome? Expectation. And what has killed you is that particular scripture that said the expectation of the righteous man shall not be cut off. Who is a righteous man? A righteous man lives by faith. Faith does not mean anticipation. Faith means I already have it to walk in it. Can I explain it? There's a lady called Rebecca. Is it Rebecca? Yeah, I like her. two guys. Rebecca knew that she was a wife. So she saw somebody who was trapped. She helped without expectation. You cannot help people without expectation. Okay, so this is what is killing me. So guy, right? I'm a kind person, right? Are you kind? Maybe not. Okay, let's say you're a kind person. Do you know what I'm a wicked person? So we have become friends. Now you are kind to me. You lend me money. Me, in my own thought of wickedness, I feel like your parents have more money. What are you doing with it? So the only way to do is to become your friend, and so that I can connect your resources. Now you're expecting me to be kind like you. I am not kind. I see you as an advantage. So now, because you have shown me kindness, I'm expecting you to be kind. Is my identity kind? No. Could I do a kind thing? No. And that's what is cracking relationship. I spent my whole money training this guy in school. Now you have found another girl. Your expectation was based on the outcome of the man. Come, you cannot control what is outside your control. Me, I decide to love you. Do I know whether you decide to hate me? So why should I base my life on outcome? Outcome is a gift. Say outcome is a gift. Say outcome is a gift. Now, people become failure because they fell. Now, failure was an outcome. Now, outcome should not give you identity. Do you know how many people become so wicked because somebody raped them? And if you were raped, whether a guy or a man, I really apologize. Okay. Yes. Yes. Yeah. So this is the point. Most CEOs set a target, right? And set a target. So this year we're going to make 1 billion, right? And that billion is not a problem, it's a target. But your capacity, does it have 1 billion? Right? Because people expect what they cannot produce after. You had to be 1 billion to do 1 billion. Okay, let's say, for instance, you are 1 billion. But does that 1 billion depended entirely around you? No. You have your client. You have other people. You have the weather. You have the economy. Right? Let me give you an instance. So one day, a guy had come to me. This man was about 60-something years old, around 70, got a contract. And a particular bank was supposed to sponsor him. He was supposed to pay 10 million and over there. Was a child, really nice guy, was working. I look at the man, I perceive my capacity that I can help that man. I gave him that check of 10 million. He went. We checked the transaction, it was LC based, everything was great. Look at it. Do you know what happened? 3 months after, he was supposed to return the money. And everything went well. As the money was coming back, exchange rate changed. So the money was devalued. So when the money came in, it's gone. That man was waiting for the outcome of that proceed to pay me. I'm waiting for the proceed of that outcome to receive back my money. But I'm not in control of the economy. Now, that man made me automatically become sad on a daily basis. Meanwhile, I was a bubbling guy. So now, outcome has now transformed me to lose my faith, to lose my credibility, to lose my generosity, to lose my kindness. Now I am an unkind person. Until the Holy Spirit came back to me and said, this was who you are. Go back to who you are. Man, I would have lost myself on that outcome of 10 million. But ladies and gentlemen, since that day, I don't know whether that man is alive or what. I have made more 10 million because I let go of outcome. If you become your outcome possesses you. That's why you see, Be careful of outcome. You're not the outcome. Say, I'm not my outcome. I'm bigger than my outcome. This is the cross. Let's just stay here. Oh, are you saying I should not have hope? Please, hope is not far. Hope is now. Live your best life. What if you don't see tomorrow? I was teaching the children. I say, hey, when your parents tell you, I will buy you something when I have that thing, don't believe it, but don't trust it. They have a good intention, but they don't have the capacity. Full capacity. Good intention. Why they are telling you they are going to do this, they are also telling her, depending on their salary, to fulfill that, isn't it? And one day, something hit the economy of the company, and salary was delayed. Intentionally, it was okay, but the capacity to fulfill it was dependent on another person's capacity, and another person's capacity was dependent on another capacity. Okay, let's look at it. Let's say I have a girlfriend, right? And I say you must be cooking for me because you're my girlfriend. And say that's my expectation, isn't it? Eh? And your girlfriend did not cook for you. You know, now you stop loving her because she's not cooking. You start hating her because she's not cooking. But let's reverse it. Let's say the girlfriend said, okay, you know what? I'm going to cook for you, but you must be buying me gold every morning. Right? Every time I cook, you not to give me gold. Right? So expectation meets. So what happened? It crashes. I'm not my expectation. Expectation is the effect. I am not the effect. I am the cause to the effect. So expectation is relying on what you are doing. Don't forget the Bible says, "Do not be deceived. Whatever a man sow." Do you understand? That's what you are going to reap. You must be interested in what you are doing and saying. Sir, as you are now, we are friends, right? I expect you to behave well, right? Do you want to behave well? So what if he doesn't want to behave well? So the outcome is the major problem of, oh, what will people say? People's pleasing. Oh, this is, okay, I don't get a job. I have written an application for 60 days or 1 year. See me, I've come like this. You are crying. Outcome has become a crying person. But before then, were you a crying person? No. Now, what have changed you? Outcome. And if you look at the scripture, what does it say? Faith is what? Calling those things. So you function from what is and not what is not. Let me tell you the problem about expectation. Expectation thrives on future, which is emptiness. You don't create substance from nothing. You create substance from what? That's why I said, what do you have in your house? Go ahead. Go ahead. Next one. This is a source of pressure. Negative. This is where I really want to do. This is the hub of what put under pressure. So what it means, this is it. In boy child, we have what we call neutral mind and not positive, negative. We don't think positive, we don't think negative. Right? What do we think? We think neutral. Where is the source of that neutrality? It means now, if I have bread, I'll be happy. If you give me yam, I'll be sad. So when, instead of expecting yam, you give me bread, I will now see bread as a negative thing. I connect it with sadness. It pollutes my mental structure, the world of my mental structure. So I'm now educating my mind from negativity. That's why evil is more pronounced than good. Because we associate a lot, what we call mental imprint, more from a sad situation rather than from. Do you know how I know it? Have you heard the scripture that says, count all things but joy, right? It said, then again, rejoice. If you don't rejoice, you educate your mind from negativity. And that's what now disempower your internal structure. Now is now governed more from negative, which now weakens you, and that weakness brings you hopelessness. So it's not what is happening, it's the imprint of what is happening. So this negative imprint is what they call inner stamp. So if something happens to you, you smile. Another thing happens to you, you smile. Another thing happens to smile. You educate your mind to respond to smile. But something happened to you. You educate your mind. And now your interpretation of life will be from your most dominant state. Is somebody cracking it? Right? Do you know why bad things continue to happen in a family? Every time circumstances happened and we say bad thing has happened, you think bad, you feel bad, you project bad. There's a continuation of badness. The only way to reverse it, who goes to this church close by? Oh, you go to that church. Have you noticed how pastor is always dancing? Right? It's a dancing church. What he's doing, he's programmed your mind that the strength of life is in joy. That's why with joy will you draw from the wells of salvation. Now, sadness destroys you completely. That's exactly what this means. So they don't teach it this way. So that's why you go to church, you have miracle. You come back to home, the miracle left. Because in church you are rejoicing. In home you are sad. Because that's why I said the memory of what? The just is what? Blessed. But the name of the wicked what? Shall rot. Why? The memory, how you code your memory of events will determine whether you are blessed or not. It's not material thing that blesses you. It's your mental state that blesses you. So that's why you can have 1 billion and you are not contented with it. Another person will have 10,000 and contented with it and see him with joy. Please go ahead. Oh, so go back again a bit. An untrained what? Undeveloped, unenlightened, untransformed mind often what? Interpret painful experience as what? Say it again. Because our minds are not constantly trained. They code negativity. Do you know why Paul said, I die daily? I die my experience of yesterday. They can't control me. Because what is happening is that every deposit, negative deposit in your mental structure, weaken your mental state. And a weak state will interpret from that weak state. So that's why when they give you targets, right? You don't see they want to kill me. You just say, hey, from a place of capability, I can do it. It's one of the things that helped me run my organization. I ran my organization from this mental strength. And I just learned it from David. The lion I killed, the bear I killed. So every testimony that you keep in your mental structure is the ability to keep you alive. That's why when you are sick, don't say I am sick and express it from sadness. You begin to see sickness as enemy. Because you have not trained your mind. The loss of internal authority, living without internal governance, and allowing external voices to dictate your decision. Please go on. I have 8 minutes. The source of pressure. What's this one? They need what? They need for what? They need for what? They need for what? They need for what? You finish dressing, you ask your friend. I did it last week. Oh. They gave me one cloth. I've not worn before with a cap, really nice cap. I came down from elevator. I know it was nice. I went to the receptionist. I said, this cloth, is it good? He said, guy, you are looking good. I said, no, are you sure? He put me a mirror. He said, look at you now. What was I looking for? Approval. I have not approved myself. Let me tell you, if you don't approve yourself, life will not approve you. Can I say that again? Can I say that again? If you have not approved yourself, kata, let me tell you, you need to get to that point that you are your self-approval. Do you know why guys go for external puff? Do you know why the guy goes to external puff? You go external puff because you want to be high. Why don't you be high with the most high? Why do you want to be high with the Most High? What's the second one? So nobody wants to be disliked. Let me tell you, you have to be comfort with uncomfort. In fact, from today, be comfortable to be disliked. Because if you want everybody to like you, you put you under pressure. And that's why you are trending. All the people that trend, they put themselves under pressure. Don't trend, be your natural. You can trend on your trend. Are you getting me? Hey, if you see a trend, you can localize the trend. You are not awful, right? And maybe there's a particular cloth, and you want to wear the cloth, right? Trend it on your own trend. Let me tell you, my tailors are here. And I'm top. When I see style, I bring it to them. They localize me. What is all this trending thing that is temporary? When you hit bed sickness, they say there's a lump. You know that all those are insignificant, right? Or maybe you have one pain. Will you want to think about that? Let me tell you, everything you see externally is temporary. Say it's temporary. It's temporary. So when you live on people's approval, that's why they can curse you. But you need to get to that state where whether praise or curse have no effect. You choose have over there. The other one is what? Resistance to what? Say it again. Avoiding discomfort often leads to what? Unnecessary pressure. Because what? Growth usually requires discomfort. Do you know where it comes from? It is better to go to house of mourning than to go to house of feasting. Because in the house of feasting, that's where your wisdom is developed and your strength is wisdom. Let me tell you, sometimes be without money. What did I say? You know how I know? I was going to somewhere, a church, and I really wanted to not let them to know who I am. Because you know, when they see your car, they can prophesy for you. And you'll be asking, is it the prophecy of the car or the prophecy of your personality? So I decided to now keep my dress down, dress like really nothing but park my car far away, and I trekked down to that place, and I walked in, and I went to hide. Usher was saying, good, I know, so I went to hide. I said, let me know whether the man will know I'm a great man. But you see, it wasn't my cloth or my car. It was my essence. While I was there, it's a great man is smelling here. That's how I confirmed that he's a true prophet. But even his prophecy cannot be justify me. I like to be discomforted. Let me tell you, until you start giving your parents, hey guys, hey, you're a student, your mother, they give you money, right? You have to discomfort yourself. If they give you 10,000, take 1,000 and return back to your mom. Are you listening to me? You. Do it. Right? Do it. Now, that discomfort will create trust. And you know what happened? Your mother, remembering over here, will stay in his mother eight's role to shape your future. That's discomfort. You say it's not enough. The moment you say it's not enough, then your life has defined not enough. How many times did they give you money, you are grumbling? And that's why you grumbled the whole term. But you say, oh, mommy, thank you, you're amazing. That praise magnifies you. Right? Okay. Yes, the source of, no, go. I'm done. Go. Leave this one, go to the next one. Let's look at the architect of inner authority. The inner source of permission is what you give permission. That's what happened. See, I am a stranger to failure. Say it again. My God, I'm a stranger to failure. Because my inner side is too wealthy. Why? Because the architect of my inner source doesn't allow me to get it creates a boundary. When you talk about guide your heart, for out of it what? The treasure is inside, not outside. They deceived us. Outside is just to waken you that there's something inside. When authority is internalized, you feel what? Empowered, and to act from what? Within. That's why you see reaction means you are weak. Reaction means what? You are weakening already. The next page. This is where I will end. I have too many things to talk about. Let me end so you can ask questions. Say truth and utility. Let me tell you where your problem starts. Your problem, say you know the truth, right? Let's take one thing, like, let's take one phrase. Count it all but joy, right? Yes. Is it a truth? Yes. It's something you believe? Yes. Or you don't believe it? You don't believe you count it all but joy. But you go to church now. Did I say no? The Bible said what? Count it all but joy. Is the Bible a source of authority? Yes. Right? Yes. And the word have I hid in my heart? Right? So it's a truth. Okay. Let me not use the Bible. Let me come back to myself. My mother told me, keep your promise. Up to that man, I can make a promise without a commitment to the promise. Just to please people. Or just to speak right. Right? But my mother called me one day. I was climbing upstairs. At the foot of the staircase, I got a call. He said, I'm speaking to you as your mother. And I respect my mother. He said, from today, don't make a promise you can't fulfill. For the people that I made a promise, don't worry. It's in the process of fulfillment. It's just that I haven't have all the days, too much demand, but I'll get it done. Now, as she was saying that, I got an inspiration. He said, when you make a promise and don't fulfill it, it's like heaven will full of rain without ending. I knew that was the voice of divinity. And I put it in my core value. So it means that when you take truth and utilize the truth, you empower your interior. Now, when external things hit you, there's a basement with which cannot be corrupted. That's why we're not born again with corruptible seed, but incorruptible seed of the word of God. So it means when you take a street, like for instance, when you hear a word said, like I said, I am stranger to failure, right? And you take it as a truth. When you go out here, something failure was about to hit you. But you tell that thing, said, I am stranger to the truth. That utilization trained your mind. Kai. And once you start training your mind with truth, your basement, interior authority begin to find expression in strength, no longer in weakness. So, my father told me, I love people, I don't want money. Me, I changed that truth too. I want people and I want money to serve the people. And that's why now I am serving the people with my money. And that's why you're seated here. And that's why I am serving them. Why? The utility of the truth find expression. It gives me the confidence and the inner authority to express it, not to expect it. So people are not utilizing the truth. All the truth that you know since you were born, if you utilize it, you won't be the way you are. So that's why you are manipulated. Because an unutilized truth weakens the baseline of your internal authority, subjecting one to external pressure and manipulation, while the intentional utilization empowers your mental and emotional sovereignty to the supreme self-governance and absolute ownership of one's attention and your cognitive capability. Very powerful this. The moment you start utilizing truth. You know, when I hear Pastor Chris say, keep saying it. Have you heard that phrase? Yes. Keep saying it. It's not about keep saying it, keep doing it. When you start from because you can still saying it and you are not utilizing it, you cannot build anything out of it. But when you keep saying it and keep doing it, when you wake up and say, I'm a billionaire, and you cannot do like billionaire, you can never be billionaire. Because now you have to think and do like them. How you show up on a daily basis is how to utilize the truth to empower God. Are you getting something right? This thing changed me. So what's the takeaway? Self-urgency. What is self-agency? You know, when you are getting a house, who do you consult? An agent will be directing you. But you know that agent can be you too. Isn't it? Who is your life agent? Who is your life agent? Is it you? Then from today, stop getting angry. Otherwise, situation is what? Your life agency. So say, I am my self-agent.
I am my self-agent.
I am my self-agent.
I am my self-agent.
How do I know? If I go tomorrow and my boss give me a target, it's not just giving me a target, it's just calling my target out. Kai. He's calling what? Out. And because what he's saying, you are it, do it. That's what target means. It's a recognition of your power and your capacity and your inward interior. So what's the second one? Where do you anchor? Is it truth or fear? Where's your anchor? Where do you anchor? At the bottom line. Let me tell you what happened. One time, the scripture told me, gave me a scripture to read in Psalm 107. Why is he quoting scripture? I'm born again, I'm a child of God, I'm sanctified, I'm blood washed. But I can bring it in the context in whatever, okay? So I got an inspiration to read Psalm 107. And he said, he blessed them and multiplied them and increased them greatly, and their cattle did not decrease. You know what happened? In 5 days, they came with a trailer and stole our goods worth 13.8 million. When they told me, I said, there's no loss in the spirit.
Oh, glory to God.
My manager said, this is your madness. He didn't know when that have the ball. He said, this is your madness. How does it work? He didn't even realize when he said it. I said, listen, I have got a word. That's my anchor. Yeah. I said, there's no loss in the spirit. That we have just empowered people. We have just empowered it. I cannot use language because you know why? By two immutable things, it is impossible for God to lie. The reason why you are not believing God, you don't believe yourself. And the more you believe yourself before you begin to believe God. I tell people that they believe me more than they believe God. But do you know why you believe me? Anchored on the truth. What's the next one? Self-authority. How can somebody reject you and you become weak? How can they close a door from you and you say, door has closed me, you become the closed door? Ha! No matter how a tree is cut down, at the scent of it, I will rise again because I'm a riser. Right? So, you go down, I said there's no down. Because down is a recalibration. Life is a refinement. I'm come to my refining place. You check out God. My self agency. Listen. I've gone through a lot in my life. On a daily basis. Denial, closed doors, shut down. 3 weeks ago, I busted into cry. My colleagues were there. I was crying like a baby. The pressure was so much. And because I was going to teach pressure. Every time I want to teach this, of course I'm practicing. It brings me to, I cried. They were there. We stopped the meeting. I was sharing tears. Why? It was releasing it. Self-accountability. We don't have accountable partners. Yourself must be accountable. Do you understand? If I make a promise, I'm accountable to myself. If I say I'm faithful, I'm accountable to myself. He said, I am rich, I'm accountable. So I do rich things. Because you have to be accountable. What's the last one? Do you know, really, I'm dating it. Every time you're angry, you're not self-authentic. Another person has possessed you. That's what it is. Thank you so much. I think that's the last one. Did you enjoy it?
Yes, sir.
Did you pick a truth?
Yes, sir.
The clap you're going to, you know the real clap you're going to give me? You know the real clap? Application. Utilization. And that's when you oppress from a higher frequency. Because it's in the application that you retrain your mind. Who wants to say, ask a question? Thank you.
Standout. Okay. My question is on the place of positive thinking and negative and then neutrality. Now, the state of neutrality is not binary. What happens to faith? What happens to satisfaction? What happens to belief? These are state of being. If we are talking about neutrality, what happened to those attributes?
So those attributes governs you. So if I say peace, right? Why do I say it? Why do I get it disturbed by external thing? Now, you don't judge from, most people say they have a state of peace. What it means, I judge from the state with which I am. So it means that if I have written an application, right, and they didn't respond the application through my anticipation, should I allow their action to govern my internal state, or should I allow my internal state to govern the outcome? So if I said I am a faith person, it means that I know that if a one door closes does not mean that other doors do not open. Because what if that door, because I know in part, and there's a bigger door. Now look at the question. I like to do something with scriptures. The Bible says he does exceedingly abundantly above more than we can think or imagine. So why do you think that my thinking is his approval? Why do you think? Because every good gift and perfect gift come from above. So now his thought towards me is not thought of evil. So why do I think myself of evil? Do you understand? So you see, these things are just a beautiful piece that we are not utilizing. So now, why I am neutral? Because you see, once I'm quick to judge something as bad, what if that thing I'm judging as bad is also good? Are you getting me? Oh, I lost my brother. Right? Why do you think it's bad? It is my expectation of my brother that is killing me, but not my responsibility to my brother. So if you say you lose something, right? Is it sad or you become sad? What if that loss was like Claire and Potter, and to lose is to create space so that I can modify your vessel and increase your content. So because the old garment will keep you in limitation, but I have to strip you with the... So the loss is an indication of space to create capacity. We'll only see now. See, every time I've lost something like a job, I knew there was a new job coming. I say, there's a space. How do I know? When they kidnapped me one time, you know what my mother asked me? My mother asked me, what is the next level? My mother is almost 89 or so. And she will say, have you finished the school? I couldn't understand it. It means that I went to a school for enlargement. But you are seeing this event from a place of discomfort. Meanwhile, in the supreme level, it was to disconnect you from a certain belief system so that your new system is introduced into your system as a capacity to do all. Whoo! This is deep. So why do you cry when there's a fall? What is the fall? Is for preservation. Because you're only interpreting from the place of weakness, not from the place of strength. When you speak and say all things work together for good to them that love God. So that means you're not a lover of God. Are you getting it? So the state of your consciousness, I call it the God-like consciousness. They are rooted in love. And love, there's no judgment. In love, there's a compassion. Let me tell you what happened to me this morning. My sister, if you are listening to me, just for example, okay? So I haven't spoken with my elder sister for just like, not that we're quarreling, just a bit. You know, sometimes it does happen. So I saw the call. And the call came in this morning. As it was coming, in my previous self, I would say, why is she disturbing me? That's weakness. Right? But when she come, oh, my sister, what a beautiful sister she is. I just picked up a call and called her, and I was happy. I didn't know about this. But now, today, I'm connecting her with compassion. I'm connecting her with empathy. I'm connecting with her with letting go. Why? Now there's a new strength. And have you noticed, once you condemn her, you're already feeling the condemn. But once you empathize with her, what happened? There's enlightenment and joy. What's the second question? Yes. No, can we allow new people to ask? Okay, just take it while you're asking. Is there a new person you want to ask? He wants to ask. Then we'll come back to the old people. Yes, well, take this one, you take this one. Let's lead. Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for all that you've been disposing to us. I'm so grateful. So, first of all...
Let me speak to you, right? You are a well, right? There's a well that God has given to you, right? There's a well God has given to you. Everybody that around you, if they are, let's say like a shut door, if you step into that place open. There's a certain gifting God has given to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Okay, you said that at the beginning of the section, the previous one, you said that if we ask God for prosperity, then we'll be poor.
Yeah. Yes.
Did I get that?
Yes.
Okay, so my question is, how do we draw the line between depending on God for prosperity and not being proud and following principles at the same time?
Fantastic. I like the word principle, right? Why should I believe? This is how it is. I don't wake up and say I'm seeking for prosperity. What is prosperity? Prosperity is a nature of expression. So look at it. Pastor has prophesied to me. You are going to have a job like I prophesied to you now. Right? He said, I'll be wait. Okay, let me explain it. There were two prophecies we were given to two gentlemen. One was said that you, not you, the other person, you are going to be poor. Nobody was going to associate with you. You'll be nobody, not recognized. And they'll tell you that you are a king. You're going to be our king. And the prophecy was going to happen in the future. And it is what we are doing now that will guarantee the future. So this guy, let's say it's me, decided to say, nobody will talk to me, back to me. I left my location. Right? Now, they are their prophecy. But inside of me knows that I have capability and skill and knowledge. Right? So he now moved to another location, bought a land. I said, since nobody will talk to me, I won't rule anybody. Why don't I go to another location? He wasn't seeking for God to bless me, to cancel that thing, but he was taking responsibility of his life. So the responsibility means that he started a farm, started building a farm, started nurturing farm, and started growing that farm. And, it becomes become big. It fed the family and all that. Listen, after a while, there was a famine in this other town, and they were looking for food. Guess where they went to? As they were going, searching for food, they met this young man, right, that had developed a farming system, integrated system, is doing well, and they were buying food from him. When they went back, they say, if we decide to stay here, then we will die. So it means that let us go and take this guy back in here to become our leader. At least he will teach us how to farm for sustainability. So, but the other guy that was supposed to be a king, I'm the king. I'm the king. I'm the king. I'm the king. He has been promised prosperity. He didn't function from prosperity. He functioned from seeking prosperity. And that's exactly the same thing that happened to David and what? Saul. Saul was a leader, deploying leadership. But Saul was a seeker of people's opinion to make him a leader. But hey, my leadership is to kill Goliath. My action, that's why, what's his name? The Saul, They say, David has killed what? 10,000. And Saul has killed his 1,000. He was angry. It wasn't the position that was dictating the kingship. It was the responsibility that was dictating the kingship. So it is your deployed state. So leadership is a deployment of a tested self. So prosperity means that if I come to your house, I will think from prosperity. I will not think about how to take from you. I will be thinking how to contribute to you. So that's why you see a guy that we're going to do future. It's going to ask you about your psychological state. It's going to talk about your financial state. It's going to talk about your emotional capacity. It's going to talk to you about how you function over there. It becomes a comprehensive thing. You don't just say, come on and let us sleep. Slap him. What is sleeping? What is sleeping? Of all that you can see me is to sleep. You're not talking about, have I done my master's? How are we going to do it? And so we can program ourselves. That's creativity. That's somebody who is thinking like a prosperous person. It's called about addition. When you wake up, you know that I am an advantage. Wherever I see, I'm not thinking about what to take from you. I'm thinking about how to add from you. That's what it means. So when I get into an organization, I'm not thinking about how the organization will promote me. I'm thinking, how will I promote myself over here? Yeah. You know where I learned it? I learned it from Jacob. So Jacob had said, oh, reward me. Say, I can't reward. I won't touch what you have. I will create my reward. Kayaba. Read the scripture. It's so powerful. Are you getting it? So follow the principle and you get it. Who wanted to answer? Did he get it? Like, you get it, right? Like who? It's another person here. Please give him a call. I hope it's okay, right? Yeah, great.
Okay, thank you, sir, for the wonderful section. I want to ask a question. You said, thank you, sir. My question is, you said anger is a state of living someone else's life. Okay, that's when we were explaining self-authenticity, and I was like, sometimes when you listen to motivational speakers, they more like talk about a kind of a positive anger that strengthens you to do.
Why should I have positive anger when I can have a positive anger? When I can have a positive inspiration? Why should I use energy that is okay? Look at it this way. I love to do this. I hate to do this. Which one is powerful? That's fleet of energy, right? That's why I say I won't try to do something. I am it. Are you listening to me? Why should I be angry to be motivated? I find my responsibility. Let me tell you, this is what was okay. Sit down. I go to church maybe, okay. I do it here most of the time. I look at somebody whose shoe doesn't represent me. I remove my shoe and I give it over there. It's I'm moved by anger of that shoe. Why can't I live by the love of that shoe? Why should we use negativity? I always ask this question. Why should I be in light and use the word of darkness to it? Why can't I find a language of light? Because light is creative. That's why you see you become so agitated. It's driven by, no, but I can enjoy what I do. Not because I hate it, because I so love it. Are you getting it? Language is an indicator of his internal state, out of the abundance of the heart. So if you are full of joy and full of love and full of peace, what kind of language connect to it? There's what I call energetic alignment. Time will permit me to talk about it. Your word must always consistently align to the energy and your heart. Otherwise, there's a distortion. That's why people are in their heart wishing something, but their language is expressing another thing. Don't forget, it's a life and death is in the power of the tongue. Right? So, language is an energy and also a tool. Use it rightly. Another one. We're done. Oh, okay.
Good afternoon, sir. Sorry, I have a question and I need a clarity on how to think and when to follow our instinct.
Okay. Thank you so much. Very important. You remember I told you about identity. Let's say, for instance, you are a giver, right? You're a giver. And you said you're a giver, right? And you saw, I posted something yesterday on my status. A woman carrying granules, right? Who saw it? You saw it, right? And the reason why I posted it is just a simple thing. It depicts my nature. My nature is consistently lead people from where they are to where I anticipate they should be. Okay? Is it my phone? Okay, no. This is the intent. Before, I would say, as many as led by the Spirit of God, they are called the sons of God. But you know that not every time the Spirit will lead you. Right? But if your divine work cannot lead you, instinctively your value will lead you. I don't need to ask anybody whether to be nice to somebody. Because you know why? I am good. And it's unconditional. So how you know your instinct is leading you? There's a grace that you release. You just know that there's a release. There are 4 ways that will take decision. Number 1 is divine word. Number 2 is your value. The other one is history. The other one is experience. The 5th one is cross-reference. What it means that if somebody has hurt me, right? Now that person comes to me for help. You know that if I'm not careful, that hurt will lead me at that point to deal with that person, isn't it? It's my time to revenge. But your instinct to say, go boycott that wound and that hurt, be nice to that person. That's when your instinct is leading you. Is it clear? Your instinct say, read your book. You say, let me play small. But that instinct is so persistent to say, read your book. Go to this chapter, read it. You say, I will read it. You go to exam that day. You say, oh, my instinct told me. That's truth and utility. Because if you're now utilizing that instinct, what happened? You would have passed that exam because your instinct was telling you, read this chapter. You say, no, you cannot pass. He said, read this chapter. It did not go. And you get over there. That's exactly what the examiner picked up. Your instinct tell you that if I follow this guy to this party, something was going to happen. And you are struggling to go for that party. Now, suddenly you go for that party, attended that party, what happened? Yeah. I'm done. Okay. One more question. We have other.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Thank you for the good job. Can we give her a round of applause? She was instrumental to this hall filling up. It shows that, we are now expanding. So it's time to indicate where next to be because the stuff is heavy. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. So I want to have a clarity on kindness.
Yes.
Love. And okay, let me put it this way. In a situation whereby you find yourself, you're naturally, like you say, I'm a giver. Yes. My pastor always says I'm a giver of life and substance. So I'm a giver. And then I extend hands of help in my own little way I can, both whether to people higher and lower beyond me. So far, you're around me. Yes, whatever I can do to make sure there is a smile on the face of people around me, I try, So the thing there is that then somebody interprets it as pride. Or you do more than yourself. And
don't go far. Don't go far. People think I have so much money to do what I do, right? I always say to them, you that don't have, can you do where you are? Right? What did he say? So, I mean, if you're a public speaker, you do a lot. Sometimes you do all grammatic. I'm sure some of you just say, this guy don't know how to speak. It's okay. It's okay. A guy criticized himself, not me. Cha 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 cha. And I said, there's no need. Go to Nigerian Info. 15 minutes is 35,000. Go and take one. Do you understand? So if you think it's pride, though, right? Go and take one slot. You think it's easy. I've done radio for almost 10 years now. And every Saturday, you can't hear the same topic. Right? If you see me read on a daily basis, people will just, I'm waking up like this. I am staying overnight for 15 minutes. It's taking me 3 days to construct what you think over there. You think that is a pride. I don't want to do it. I want to sleep. Oh, people think that, oh, he's cocky the way he's talk. In fact, you cannot even not be cocky the way I talk if you know what I know. Because it is what I know that what you see as cocky. Because it is what you don't know that kills you. So now, I'm asking you a question. You say you are kind. If that kindness respects unkindness, you are not kind. So what we say, you're not kind until you are kind to the unkind. So what makes you kind is when that criticism comes, you remain kind, untouched. Do you understand? Because people will have opinion, and don't be ruled by the people's opinion. But take people's opinion to ensure that you're in alignment with people, but not that they rule. Because people are going to say. Are you getting me? But how you know that you are proud, whatever. You know what? When you feel that you are doing better than them, that word better already puts you in a position of superiority. And superiority means you are not secured. But you see, when you now see over there, when you see people, now your calling is to bring them to where you are. That's when now it's no longer pride, it's an assignment. Thank you.
Stand out. Stand out. Did we get value? I mean, the value was overflowing, right? Yes or yes? We got value, and that's what happens every month. First Saturday of every month, we're always here sharing value and ensuring that our knowledge, the knowledge gap is being closed daily. And I'm here to introduce a few people, certain persons that will be speaking to us about something. So when they come, you hear what they have to say, and please listen to them, right? So please put your hands together as they come in. I'm introducing the Equip Boys. Please hold on just a minute. So they are called the Equip Boys, and this is one of Dr. Patrick's, I like to call it Dr. Patrick's baby, because it's very close to him, his heart. He has passion for young boys, train young boys, and there are some certain persons and certain young boys that have gone through his mentorship. So they're here to come and speak to you about how this particular program has, helped them. And honestly, these boys are younger, like they are less than 20 years. And what they are going to be spitting here, I'm sure you'll be wondering how. So please put your hands together for them as they come. Come. Okay, so the first person who's going to come and speak to us is the president of the Equip Boys. Please put your hands together for Israel. We can do better, please.
Good day, everyone present here. My name is Israel Bardubai Benjamin, and I am an advocate in a good place. I'm 15 years old, and I'm the president of the Equip Boy Chat. So, I'm here to talk about how the Equip Boys have impacted my life so far. Let's say about 3 years ago, when I was invited to be part of this great organization, I was at first skeptical, anxious, and reluctant. But getting here and learning under the feet of my mentor, Dr. Patrick, I realized I'm more than enough, and then my narrative changed. I discovered my self-worth. I was also taught about my identity. They helped me to discover who I truly am, and then helped me draft out values that aligned with that my identity. I was also taught to be more of a contributor rather than a consumer. During my time here, I was taught about VPP, which are value, principle, and priority. First of all, what's values? Values are your life drivers, which like guide your everyday life. For me, after my teaching, I made up my values, which are determination, development, and hard work. And now, principle. Principle, these are like making rules and regulations which align with that your value in order for you to achieve success. And then, priority. This simply means making your value above any other thing, like making it of high importance to you in your life. And then, after I was taught about this, my VPP, I applied it to every area of my life, and strangely, I became like very different. In my academics, I applied it to my academics, and then I became academically successful. During my time here, this development doesn't just apply to me. I've noticed it in many other boys. For example, my cousin, Victor. He was, let me say, someone that is quite timid, doesn't really relate with people, but after being part of this organization, after they built on him, he became, let's say, an outstanding speaker. He could speak like socially, publicly, like he does public speaking very well now, and renounced. And it's not just him, there are many other boys in this organization that have been changed innerly. And now I would like to call on another fellow boy that have also been changed. His name is Izuchukwu. Let's welcome him to the podium, please.
Good day, everyone. Good day, everyone. Okay, I believe that there are Uniport students here, and I believe that there are engineering students too here. Greatest engineering student. Greatest boo boo. Greatest baba. Okay, yeah. Okay. I'm an acute boy. Okay, my name is Izuchukwu Ikechukwu. I'm an inventor in a good place. So I'll be talking about how acute boys have changed my life. Actually, I would say the acute boy is actually a good place for young boys like us and the ones that are below us to be, because I don't know how to even explain it for you guys. Like, my life have changed. There was this time in school, my experience in school, a lady came in, she told us that she is a research team. She's here to research on why do boys or youths go into thinking about suicide. So I was just smiling. I'm wondering, why would you give me this book to write? Because I don't even have any thoughts why I should. Because with the way my mind have been shifted from thinking from a low life to a higher life. So I told her that actually I will write it. Yes, I will think about it. I'll write for you. But I will never think about that place, because the way my mentor have trained us, you won't even bother going to that level to think. You understand? So I think I'll be calling on my other.
Let me explain to this guy. He's not. When he came here, the father was a bit ill, right? He took responsibility of the father. He would call me and said, Dr. Patrick, my dad is this. I want to take him to hospital. What do we do? I said, okay, don't worry. We're in there together. And I will send money to him. He takes the responsibility of the father. At any point in time, the father was in the village. I mean, at that age, he's not at this big, I just entered university. He will call, because we're talking about contribution. So he became a contributor to the father. That is what it is. And some days back, some week back, I was totally down emotionally. The pressure was also mounting. All throughout that night, I was pacing. Pam, pam, pam. Praying. Should I give up? Shouldn't give up? And all that. I got into my office and I was also pacing. Guess who I got his call? For a very long time, he hasn't called me. He called me. He said, hi, you are Sam, okay. This is what I do. Are you okay? I just jump.
I'm okay. Is everything okay? Are you in school? He say, okay. I dreamt about you. You were emotionally down. But he said, this is to comfort you. How does he realize that I was down at midnight? How come the dream was upon him? Right? So you see, what we're teaching here is when you have shifted from consumption to contribution, your signal changes. And their signals are changing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Who is the next person? Thank you.
Thank you, Izu, for that wonderful speech. Now, the next person I'd like to call on the podium is Justice. Please welcome him with a round of applause.
Good day, everyone. My name is Justice Henry. I am a defender in a good place. I am a 19 years old. I'm a student of CBSS, Community Boys Secondary School, LLM, Port Harcourt. Okay, this is to share my experience in Standout. I was invited by my cousin Clever. He's an beautifier in a good place. Although he has stopped, he's now working. So my experience in Standout, back then I haven't discovered my identity. I'm this person that, I'm rough in school. When I started Standout, and I discovered, with the help of Mr. Patrick, Dr. Patrick Uduma, I discovered my identity, a defender in a good place. Going back to school, I'm this person that I started sharing my experience. Whenever I see my friends, in trouble or in this thing, no matter how small, no matter how it's difficult, I still try my effort to show concern to help. And another of my experiences, once back in Standout, my mom started this business, baking business. So she was like, back then she was not that well. So she was, help me go sell this business. I was feeling shy, and all my sisters too were feeling shy. So I attended the class in Standout when Mr. Patty he taught us I dwell in goodness. So when I came back from that class, the thing was just, ringing in my head, I dwell in goodness, I dwell in goodness. So after that class, I went back. So the next day morning, my sisters were still sleeping. So after the preparation of the market, the thing was just ringing in me. So after then, my mom was now like, okay, go wake your sister. I told my mom, don't worry, I can do this alone. So I went out with that boldness, and lo and behold, I made it great. It was really nice. So since then, I've been able to face the challenges, and in Standout, they have always taught us that pain is part of life. So that made me bold, and that made me have the confidence to face the challenges in life and how to overcome them. Thank you.
Let me also tell you the beauty about him. He did not just stop here. He has to recruit his friends and make sure that his friends come down to stand out. So not just that he's now have found a mentor, he's now also a mentor that mentoring another person. And the beauty about it is that, see, he now advocates most of their school fees. Yes, he advocates how to pay some of their school fees. You see that how from consumption has changed into responsibility, which is what they call the extenders. This is why it's important that we are just coming back into this boy child, activity, so that once you get it right, then the future is bright. Thank you so much.
I'm an Equi boy. Okay, my name is Emmanuel Johnson. I'm an influencer in a good place. This is the Equi Boy project, and you all will agree with me that a boy that is mentored today will become a positive role model tomorrow. there are many boys out there that need this mentorship. There are many boys that need this growth process for them to be able to end up successful individuals. At the Equiboy, we don't just pay school fees. We don't just gather them. No, we mentor them. We are part of their lives. One of them were writing prosemi the other time. We sent somebody to go and write prosemi with him. So it's a family. It's a community. Is one of the heartbeat of our mentor is to see that these boys are raised in such a way that they can defend themselves wherever they find themselves. So they are leading and living their lives from their identity. They have depth, and when they are established, they can be able to influence other people. So what are we saying in essence is this: we need your support. We need you to commit to this project. We are doing so much for society in the sense that we are reducing the rates of social vices. Because if these boys are not mentored, if you watch now, there are many girl child projects out there. There are many projects for the girls, but you rarely see a project that is targeted for the boys. And that is why we are bridging the gap. We are bringing in resources, we are bringing in people, facilitators, hosting conferences, and this thing takes money, it takes resources. So we need your support. We need you to volunteer. We need you to support us. Let's make it happen. Let's make it bigger. We want to reach out to more boys, and we need you to make this work. We have an upcoming boot camp this month. Next month, from the 1st of September to the 3rd of September, we want to gather 20 boys. We want to mentor them. We want to raise them for 3 days. And to sponsor a child is just 10,000. To sponsor a boy child is just 10,000 naira. You can sponsor 2 persons. You can sponsor 3 persons, right? What will matter more is not how much you achieve for yourself, but for the fact that you're able to sow seeds. You're able to impact. You're able to sow seeds in the life of people that you might not even be there when those fruits of things you have planted in, the impact you have made, you'll not even be there to experience that impact, but you have planted a seed. So a boy that is mentored today will become a positive role model tomorrow. I will need your support to make this happen. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Please put your hands together for them again. So it calls that if you have a younger brother who is of their age, they should be in the Boy Child Project. Don't you think so? Don't you think so? Don't you think so? Yes or no? Thank you. And please, can we have the announcements? Housekeeping. Okay, so we meet on the first Saturday of every month, which is today is the first Saturday in August. The first Saturday in September, we're also going to be meeting. We meet second and fourth Sunday of the month by 5:30 p.m. for leadership executive class. It also holds here, right? The fourth Sunday is held online via Instagram. In order to help us remember and celebrate your birthday as a community, we'd love for you to always send your picture to Team Lead so that they can celebrate you properly. Tune into 92.3 FM Nigeria Info every Saturday at 9:15 a.m. to listen to Dr. Patrick. He's always online every Saturday, 9:15, 92.3 FM. Join us every first and last Friday of the month by 6 p.m. for an enriching 1 hour live with Dr. Patrick Uduma. The media department needs support in acquiring essential equipment. If you'd like to support this effort, please meet with the media team lead to discuss. And next slide, please. Please, can you all do me a favor? Bring out your phone and follow us on Instagram, on Facebook. Can we do that now? It's your first time today. Please, let me see your hands up. It's your first time. We have a good number. So follow us online so that you can still get more info regarding and concerning us. We're also growing our community. We have a community outside of here. So we meet, we have a WhatsApp group. And I would like for everyone who today is their first time, just remain seated, because we would like to maybe have a few conversations with you one-on-one, like everyone together rather. And then we can add you guys in the WhatsApp group. Who would love to be in the WhatsApp group? Yes, please. If you're not in the WhatsApp group, please would like to indicate so that we can have you in the WhatsApp group. Please follow us like right now, please. Do that. Facebook is, where's your phone? The phone is off. Okay. Next slide. We also need volunteers. This is Dr. Patrick's handle on Instagram, Facebook. That's his phone number, just in case you want to call. And that's him on X. We need volunteers for different departments. Can we have that slide? So please meet with Mr. Miracle. Any other thing? Media. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you very much for joining us today. Start out with Dr. Patrick Uduma. Dr. Patrick, any last words?
Every country that you desire to go and live, one thing that is different is either they're orderly or that they're disorderly. Suffering in life emanates from disorder. But you see, order is the architect of prosperity. So I'm begging every one of us who can change the narrative. I changed the narrative in my family, and I'm still changing the narrative with humility. Because, see, I changed my internal order. Until you change your internal order, your external manifestation will not change. They are not just about words, about value that find expression. I just want to say thank you, everybody, especially the students that came in your mass. Can we do more of this? We want to be able to have, this station in all the campus, right? So that we can come in and have discussion. Do you know that by this community, we can find a billionaires club? One of us who were in Uniport here sponsored this whole idea today. This is the first time somebody from here would take the whole expenses off. And where he was a student and he's part of this organization, he paid for the food, the drink, everything. It cost us some money to set up this over there. And this is one seminar that you go. We don't treat you like you're a stranger. We'll make you be part of us. We want to be able to feed you. We want to be able to do something about you. So we're saying, let's remain committed over here. Protect ourselves. Live a valuable life. Everywhere you have your imprint. I really appreciate your sacrifice. Can we do it again, right? Are you able to bring another person, right? Are you able to? Did you learn something? I honestly thank you so much. I'm super excited seeing you. See you next time, okay? God bless you. And continue to refine your standard. Continue to dwell in goodness. And continue to live a higher life. See you next time. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Is that another thing? Yes, sir. So, ask for support for the boys. So, we want the parents to do it. What kind of support? Okay, you do it now. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Stand out. Stand out. Wow. We have a full house today. And I'm very excited. I'm very excited. Stand out. Stand out. First of all, I want you to Give a round of applause to yourselves for being here today, please.